Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ncaa, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Using his feet. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Caught over the middle. It's Dinkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Oh, shit.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They go to the Wildcat here,
That's
looking
just,
to take advantage of that extra
let's
blocker.
take that thing, broken play. Yep, don't hold it. Yep.
On the move to his left.
You
He's loose.
know that
They
play, bro.
bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look and create an opportunity for big plays. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. And you think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So after the break, they'll go back to work. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
This play clock, I couldn't think about it.
Back to pass. It's Ncaa. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start to.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this
Still hurt.
as a whole needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Dinkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll toss it to the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Running into the open space. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll try the right side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
In a good spot here with 2nd and short. They want to run this quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Dances away to buy time. Across the 15. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dinkins. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Aller.
Oh.
He wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Bring in the heat. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch.
And here's a fumble way.
Thank you.
He's loose down the middle. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. And said, offense, we don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Heaves it on the run. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Rushes on him. Fires on the run. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Ooh.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Oh, shit.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Western Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Aller. The sure hands, it's Ross.
Get him, Caleb. Get him, Caleb. Get him, Caleb. Get him, Caleb.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. takes this handoff and headed to the right. And the defense holds firm. Pick up at all on that play.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making it work.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Try to get it to the edge. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Tate. The Buckeyes have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air. It's Ncaa. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
Play stops the drive.
What the fuck was
This
that?
defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the run, fires downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Aller. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed needed about 3 more on that one. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
He's got it. First down and more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Sends it back in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. They've got enough for the 1st down. They're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Aller. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Just a hair too much on it from this big arm sophomore quarterback.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. It wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a 4th down situation.
No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Back to throw, it's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Might be calling a hot route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a huge play. Snags it inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A
Whose phone was
huge
that?
explosive play, and they're inside
Whose phone was
the 15
vibrating?
at the 13-yard line. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Looking to throw, it's Aller. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Makes the catch. It's Dinkins. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Got some room to run. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline.
Oh, I see something.